So this is the picture that I chose to do. So I took this picture myself. That's me sitting at the end of the dock. I took this picture while I was in Chile. I lived there from 2018 through 2020. This was taken at a place called Faro San Isidro, or in English, the lighthouse named the lighthouse named San Isidro. It's named after a saint. And anyway, so I took this picture, and up here in the corner you see the lighthouse, and this is on the this is at the southernmost point on the American continent, and I really enjoyed that hike. To get there, it was a struggle. It was a hike on the beach that took about three and a half hours to get to that very last point. So again, I took that picture, and as I reflect on it, I often find a lot of meaning in this picture. So throughout time, people have been obsessed with trying to get from point A to point B. One of the most prehistoric ways that people have traveled have been by ships. As we all know, the waters are not always clean and nice. Sometimes it's stormy and it's bumpy and it can be scary. In the beginning, to guide the way, people built lighthouses. They provide light. They provide guidance when it's too dark to see. It warns of potential dangers. And many times we go through life and we feel like that we are struggling ourselves. We feel like we don't know where to go, that we have nowhere to go. However, though, each of us have our own unique and individual lighthouses. Some of them can be friends, some of them can be family, and even some of them could be a god or a higher being. Family. No matter where you come from, we all technically have a family. We were born to parents, and for the most part, we live with them. We grow up with our siblings, and we spend most of our times with them. Whenever we have a bad day at work, they see us. Whenever we have a bad day at school, they also see us. We are around our family the most, and they have known us since birth, and they will know us up until our death. And so they are a great point of guidance. They can help us. Many of our parents, they were our age once. They know exactly where we have come from. And so they can be guidance. They can be our lighthouses. They can say, hey, I've done this before and this is how it ended up. Do you really want to do that? However, though, some of us don't have parents. Some of us aren't close with our family. But that's where the next group of people come in. Friends. As human beings, we are very social people. We always try and make new friends. We always try and connect with people. The more that we connect with others, the more unified we feel. And so our friends are oftentimes the people that we actually interact most with. Many times, we'll go and talk, we'll go out with our friends, we'll go to a bar, we'll go to a drive, and we'll just be talking with our friends about some of our struggles that we have throughout life. And many times our friends are our age and they're going through something very similar, and we can feel open to communicate with them about our struggles, about our worries, about our doubts. And that's what they're there for. Sometimes we're the friend that listens, but other times we need to be the friends that have to talk. We have to communicate how we're feeling, and this is how we form unity. Our friends can be lighthouses. They can guide us through these troubling times, through these troubled waters. They could warn us of potential danger. For example, if a friend is addicted to drugs or alcohol, they can warn us about the potential downfalls. Or they could also be a guidance for good. For example, if a person has found happiness through a new religion, they can share their experiences with us so we can maybe see if this is something that we want for ourselves. Finally, a higher being. I believe in God, and I believe that He loves us. I believe that He wants nothing but the best for us, and He is meant to be our lighthouse spiritually. God is not with us on this earth. However, we can communicate with Him through things like prayer, or we can read scriptures to understand what He wants us to do. He is our guide. He is the perfect guide. I believe that He is all-knowing and He is all-loving. So why wouldn't He want to guide us? This one is a little bit more tricky, as we have to actively seek Him. And for those that don't believe in God but believe in a different higher being, that higher being also wants to guide you. It wants to communicate with you and wants nothing but the best for you. So even though we all come through all different types of walks of life, come through all different backgrounds, we all struggle. We all have our pitfalls. However, though, we are not alone on this earth. We have our lighthouses. We have people that can guide us. We have people that can lead us, can warn us of these troubling times. And sometimes we ourselves can be that lighthouse for someone else.